ESGN Nation, and welcome back to a new episode or a new series here. We're relaunching the Wolverhampton Wolves manager career mode with Luis Morales here today. As of course, if you guys don't know, this was a series that we started here on the channel, and we had a really good run. The first in FIFA 20, we played 3 good seasons, and then I accidentally, right we were getting to the thick of things, and things were going really well for us. I ended up copying over the file, and of course we had to end the series. And then we tried to relaunch it last year with FIFA 24. We started off a good run, but unfortunately, because of just life in general get in the way, and of course trying to work on some other series, it got neglected. So we're going to try to come back here with a new series here now with the Wolves. Kind of still some of the same players we had from last year's game, and of course even back in 20 in the FIFA 20 game. Still some of the same players here, but a little older now. And of course we got some new faces here that we're going to try to build up and become the future stars here for the Wolves. And obviously we'll be having our youth academy getting involved as well, more so this year, as we're going to try to get those youth academy players on the pitch in a faster rate. And speaking of a faster rate, the series will go in a more faster rate, especially in the second half of the season, as we kind of already establish where we're at, especially if we're high on the table and doing very well for ourselves. Each episode is going to I'm going to try my best, no more than 4 matches, and if I can do it even quicker, might even add 5. It'd probably be the max, and kind of cut them in highlight reels for us. Kind of go into games real quick, see the highlights of the game, go back out, look at the stats, talk about what happened in the game, and then of course jump into the next game. Now the only time it will kind of slow down is when we get into the games, the cup games. More so, I'm even thinking about maybe even having the cup games as their own separate video. It'd be an episode, but it'll be a separate video. It won't be me commentating. It'll be obviously the game. The commentating on the game will do it, and then of course afterwards I can do a quick recap of the episode of the game you just seen, what happened, and go from there. So we could do that for the cup games, for the Carrero Cup and FA Cup. And then eventually, if we get chance to play in the Champions League, do the same thing in that. But as you see here, we're kind of looking at some of the background stuff that you guys don't get to see. What we're searching for here. Obviously, you see we're looking for right wingers, midfielders, left backs, attacking center fielders, or attacking midfielders, and of course a goalkeeper. Those are some of the areas that we're kind of working on for this first season. And of course these first 2 transfer windows of this season. Obviously the first transfer window is in the summer, and then of course we get another one in January in here in the series. So we're going to try to work on that. We don't have much money this season, but I am making a few splashes here to get the season off right here. We're trying to bring in some younger guys. I found a couple guys in League 2, League 1, and also in the Champions, the English Champions League as well. And of course we also found some players in the MLS that I would like to bring over and try to get involved in our series as well. And of course, like I said, really truly we're going to be really trying to get the youth academy involved. As you see here, we have 2 players already. Remember Elliot from last season? I love that kid so much, and unfortunately he's with Liverpool in the game, and now I'm trying my best to see if we can try to bring him back and be a part of our squad. And of course we got him off of a trade early on in the transfer window. We were really lucky to get him. I really like to have him come back. We are working on a more defensive setup. I don't think you see it here in this video, but I think I talk more about it in future videos. But we're going more of a defensive setup. We're going to be doing more CDMs than CMs, and of course attacking. But we are going to transfer. I'm getting those guys set up so they can develop as CMs, because then eventually I will phase out the CDM position and we are more attacking, the classic, our 4-3-3 attacking one. But right now we're using a 4-3-3 defensive So that means 2 wingers, a striker, a center mid, and then 2 CDMs on each side of them. So we're going to try that out for the first couple of matches. I do have several other formations as well. And of course, we're going to try to get some of those younger players involved in those, especially when it comes to early on in the Cabrero Cup and in the FA Cup. We're going to see a lot more of those younger guys get chances to play, and then eventually at some point you'll see more of the more established, more grounded players that we have play deeper and deeper once we get further and further into the cup game. So that's the idea I have for this season. And like I said, every episode is going to be at least 4 games. On average, that's about a month's worth of games, a month of play. So we ideally should get through it pretty quickly. But like I said, with any snags going on with cup games, that can also change things as well. We'll also consider, some of the matchups that we have, if we're facing a lot of the bottom of the barrel, kind of bottom of the table players, teams, I should say, then we'll sim those and see what the results are for those. But for the most part here, I think we have a pretty good team. I feel really comfortable with it. I've ran some different. I played at least 7 games with 7 different squads, or 10 games with 10 games with different teams, ranging from mostly the English teams, because we'll see those more often. And I think out of those, I think I've probably won 6 or 7 matches in the in the games I was playing. So the slider set that we are using, which I'm kind of explaining, is Matt 10s for Operation Sports. He does a really good slider set, realistic, fun, and exciting matches there. So we'll see that coming up here. And I'll leave a link. I'll try to leave a link, or at least try to remember to leave a link in his forums there on Operation Sports. And of course, if there's any tweaks between now and the first game, we'll make those. But for the most part, it's pretty solid. I like it, and I'm hoping that we can, do more. I kind of occasionally talk to him about the slider sets and what they're used. I follow his live streams and kind of pluck his brain about it sometimes from time to time. But I think with the slider sets, he's really good with the slider sets, and I really feel comfortable with them. And we're playing on world class, so we're still not that legendary or elite or whatever they call it here. Still, still not necessarily a rookie, kind of a veteran of the game, but not a solid veteran. So we'll see how things go coming up. And like I said, we'll get into it. But the next episode, the next video you'll see here will be of the preseason tournament that we'll be in. There's 3 matchups. There'll be 3 different videos, and then after that, we'll have our first episode of Wolves TV, where that's kind of the front office series here within the series, where we talk about the moves that I want to make and decisions that we're going to make on and off the pitch, as well as kind of give you guys a kind of a forecast of what the rest of the season is going to look like. And of course, the transfer window is coming up, so we'll make some huge changes. This team will drastically change from what you've seen here in this video alone. It's actually already made some pretty big changes with some players coming in and out. But that'll be a video, and then we'll get to the nitty-gritty of it. We'll start the Premier League, and we'll get into it. And that first matchup actually is against Arsenal. Way to start the season. So we'll see how we do against them coming up here in a couple episodes from now. So stay tuned for that here on the channel. I'm glad to have the Wolves come back, and trust me, we're going to play a lot more of this. Because like I said, have it set up right now. We should be getting through the first half of the season pretty quick. So, but that's it for me, you guys. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas for the series, let me know down below in the comment section. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you want to see more of this series, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, as well as hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet. And again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, I will see you all next time.